Okay, welcome back. We've got the market, which is absolutely flat. 8 points, 10 points actually, 19,000, just under 19,800, so nothing at all. Vaibhav Sanghavi is now joining us on the program. He's CEO at Ask Hedge Solutions. Vaibhav, pleasure to have you back on the program. It's been a while, and I'm presuming actually that it's a new role. So tell us a little bit about Ask Hedge Solutions. I mean, what do you guys do? Is it a long short product, a fund? I mean, just a little bit about the work that you do.
So of course, Prashant, I'm glad to be back. On your show. ASK Hedge Solutions actually is a business which is aimed at generating risk-adjusted returns. Yeah, as you would know that we've been always focused on risk-adjusted returns, and this is where we will be having hedge solutions across platforms, including alternative investment funds, advisories, and any other vehicles which can aid to a client's portfolio in terms of providing consistency in terms of returns. So a lot to do in the new role, and looking forward to it.
This is so basically AIF kind of product, right? I mean, it's a platform for these. Okay, got it. Just so both long and short, that always makes it more interesting. But it's been a long-only market, isn't it?
Vaibhav? No, I would say of course. I mean, it has been a long-only market, and courtesy, to be very honest, the way our economy is doing well, the strength of the domestic investors in terms of the money flow, and of course, last but not the least, is basically the performance in terms of the quarterly numbers from the corporates as well. So it has been a good time for sure. But what we are seeing at the same time is, from a global perspective, things are getting a little bit turbulent and volatile. And probably from a top-down perspective, I think it's getting a little uncomfortable. But from bottom-up India story, it's kind of excellent.
So do you want to, Vaibhav, afternoon, Reema here. Do you want to tell us your long ideas and your short ideas currently in your portfolio?
So, Reema, I think I would probably lay more focus in terms of the sectors. And here, as I mentioned, that from a global side, we are not very comfortable. So we are playing the theme in terms of domestic versus global. And, like all the domestic-driven stories, including consumptions, industrials, of course, at a little more correction and at a better valuation. But financial services, rural-focused sectors are something which we are probably looking at, and a multi-decade opportunity in renewables always, is pretty much on there. So those are the sectors which we are liking, and what we are kind of avoiding is basically global commodities, IT. Again, coming back to the sectors which have a larger export focus or a global focus.
Okay, so avoiding export-oriented businesses, looking more at India-centric businesses. Got that. Good talking to you after a while. So then tell us a little more about that thought process when you're looking at domestic-facing themes, and narrow it down further for us. I mean, real estate has done so well. Defense stocks have done so well. Industrials in general have had a good 2023. What do you like the most?
No, I think industrials on a secular basis or a very long-term basis is something we would definitely like. And along with the defense sector, but of course, I mean, I think there is always a price to be paid, in terms of your liking as well. So while from a business context or a business perspective, industrials will continue to do well, but we would be looking at an appropriate valuations or a little more of a correction from here to get in those segments. In terms of defense, of course, I think it is driven by the policy support. And I don't think that this is something which is, going back in terms of those days. So the policies incrementally are going to help the domestic, kind of manufacturers. And along with PLI, I think there is, a lot to kind of look forward to in terms of the whole sector. So, of course, these are the segments from a secular basis we are liking, apart from the renewables, which is a multi-decade opportunity.
Hi, Vaibhav. Good to speak to you after a while. The big IPO this week has been Tata Technologies, right? big subscription. I'm just looking at the updated numbers. It appears that they've received bids of around 1 lakh crore rupees. So that's the kind of interest out there. So what's your view on the ER&D space? You know, stocks like KPIT Technologies, they have, as it is, you know, they're up 3 times, I think, in the last 18 months or so. Your view on it?
I think the business opportunity on that segment is massive. It is just upon, good execution or management with good execution capabilities who can kind of capture that opportunity. And in all honesty, I think this space will command, some amount of premium to the overall, kind of comparable sectors as well. So we do like that space, and we are okay to pay some amount of premium as well on there.
Okay, a premium on that. Vaibhav, just a quick check on something. I mean, would you, when you go long in a fund structure like you, does momentum play a large role? I mean, you basically buy what's doing well, or is it more to do with the fund? Yeah, go on.
No, I think momentum definitely, is one of those factors which we would look at. But, our whole decision process is kind of focused towards opportunity cost. And what do I mean by opportunity cost here is that, irrespective of what we take in terms of our long portfolios or our short portfolios, on a net basis, long minus short or short minus long has to keep on making that kind of consistent returns. So a rupee probably deployed in stock A versus stock B, if somebody has a near-term catalyst, along with some amount of decent momentum, lying in those kind of names, we would try and capture those into our portfolios. So that is the overall underlying theme. Kind of sounds easy, but extremely dynamic and complicated to kind of execute.
Vaibhav, thank you very much for joining in. Congratulations on the new role and look forward to chatting more with you. By the way, the Nifty IT index has moved to the day's low. It's showing you a cut of close to about 1%. And with that, it's erased its weekly losses too. So week to date, the Nifty IT index is down nearly 0.5%. But one stock which is on a tear recently has been Hero MotoCorp. The shares hit a 33-month high on the back of strong festive season. The company's recorded retail sales of more than 14 lakh vehicles in just a 32-day festive period starting Navratri to Bhai Dooj. That's a 19% growth compared to the prior year in October, the previous festive period. Parikshit caught up with Niranjan Gupta, CEO of Hero MotoCorp. Thank you for watching CNBC TV18. For all our top stories and news updates, follow us on our social media platforms.